Sometimes we care a lot about people. And I'm not talking about those who you love, I'm talking about people in general. We care about their perceptions, we care about their opinions, we care about what are they saying about us, what are they thinking of us, everything like that. And I used to be like that too. I think that everyone has gone through a phase like that. It's normal, especially when you're young. For example, when I was in school, I tried to not miss a day of school because if I did, I was already worrying about what were they saying about me, if I was going to be excluded the next day. But it came to a point as I got older where I realized that their perceptions are not going to make my life better. They are not going to change my life, they are not going to improve it or ruin it. The only thing that they can affect is my own self perception. And you shouldn't allow other people to define your self perception or change it. There are exceptions to the rule, of course, like when you're in a job interview. You're gonna care about what the interviewer is thinking of you because that can actually make a change if you get the job or not. But I'm talking about social environments, like romantic environments, or even family. When you have a high self perception of yourself, you can accomplish a lot of things. The mind is a powerful tool. If you think of yourself as someone capable, of someone who can achieve whatever they want, you're gonna do it. It's just how it works, because when you put your mind onto something, you can achieve really big things. And that's why it's important to have a high self-perception. And I always talk about this because it's true. You should feel comfortable in your own personality, your own skin, because when you feel confident, you reflect it. You glow. And obviously, when you have confidence, you're gonna push people away, those who were trying to take advantage of you. But it's better to keep them away. When there's people who are around you and they love you and all of that, you shouldn't care about their opinions, because if they are around you, it's because they like who you are. They care about you, they like who you are, they are pleased with your presence, so you shouldn't worry. And if that perception starts to change, you shouldn't be the one changing, unless you're doing something bad, of course, like hurting them or something. You should just let them go. Because you shouldn't worry about their opinions, you shouldn't care about their opinions, you should care about how you make people feel. That's why if you're making someone feel bad or uncomfortable with a bad attitude, you should fix it. But if you're being yourself and they don't like that, they should leave. Someone asked me a while ago if I didn't care about what a partner might think of me, and I don't care. I don't care about how my partner perceives me or what they think about me, because if they are dating me, it's because they like who I am and how I act, how I look, everything. I like myself. And if you like me too, amazing. If you don't like me, you can go. It's as easy as that sounds, surprisingly. And sometimes it's hard to let people go. I'm not gonna lie. If you've been with them for years, it might hurt. But you cannot force it. You cannot force people to stay. I tried to do that with someone I met years ago. And this happened this year, I think. I let this person go because we changed. We realized that we just didn't match anymore. And that's fine. It's gonna hurt, but it happens. And you shouldn't be changing to make them stay unless you're hurting them and you're doing something that's actually bad. But if they want you to change who you are, let them go. Let them go. Because their presence in your life is not indispensable. When someone accomplishes their purpose, they are gonna leave. There's people who are destined to be in our life for a whole life, and that's cool, but not everyone. We are born alone, and we leave this earth alone. Even if that sounds kind of sad, but it's true. And you're the one who can define which path you're gonna take. You are the one who's gonna build your life. So you should only care about your own self-perception. I'm not saying that you're not gonna feel bad sometimes. We're human, and I always talk about this too, but we have emotions and we're gonna fall, and that's fine. I don't feel confident every day, but in general, I do feel confident and I like who am I. But I don't feel like doing a lot of things every day. Sometimes I feel like my mental health is unstable, and that happens. We're humans, we have limits, and that's okay. But most of the time, you should be you should try to be in a good place mentally, physically, and spiritually, if you believe in that. Because if your cup is filled, you can give a lot to the world, to those who you care about. We can transmutate bad energies. For example, if you feel bad, you can express it in a video or through art or whatever, and that can become something else and make you feel good because you're releasing energy. Everything's energy in this world. This is becoming kind of spiritual, but everything's energy in this world, and you can change your energy or use bad energies to create greater things, and that's cool too. But you should not allow those states to rule your life. But going back to the point, what someone thinks about you, it's not a reality. It's not a fact. What's a fact is your own self-perception. If you think that you are very good looking, embody it. And that's going to be your reality. Reality is something very subjective. It changes for everyone. And you can build your own reality. And I'm not gonna come here and tell you the usual, like, oh, people do not care about you that much, they are not looking at you that much. Because people who are bored or who have boring lives or they don't feel good about themselves and have issues and they don't want to face them, they are gonna be looking at you. They are gonna care about you and what you're doing, all of that. Because it's more fun and it's distracting than from their lives. But that shouldn't affect you. Because if you have in mind that, the fact that they are looking at you and they are worrying about you because their life's boring or they have issues that they don't want to face or deal with, it says a lot about them, not about you. It says a lot about your own strength and theirs, and even their personalities. However, as a summary, I guess, I can say that no one is that important in this world. We are all humans. Obviously, there are people who are politicians, who are, I don't know, presidents, and they have, I guess, more importance in the social structure, but we are all human. And just because one human or even 1,000 think about you a certain way does not mean that that needs to be your reality. You have to build your reality, you know what you went through, and you know yourself. You know what's a fact and what's not, and you can choose what's a fact for you, about you. You should always think that you're capable of achieving everything, that you are amazing, that you look good, because when you feel good, you achieve good things and you build good things. And if you feel bad, allow yourself to feel that. It's okay, those are feelings, but do not get stuck on those states. Get out of them or transmute them and use them to create greater things because it's energy. And with energy, we can make a lot of things. Anger is a very strong form of energy. And for example, sometimes we're gonna get mad about what people might be saying about us. Or, I don't know, for example, me, I can get mad due to a comment that I get. But that's not gonna define my whole life, and I can use that to create more content. I can use that energy to create a new video. And that's useful. You can find use in everything. So yeah. As usual, very messy. Forgive me. I tried to record this video for 2 hours because I knew the topic, but I couldn't get it right. I don't know why, but I feel like I got it right now. I don't know. I'm gonna check it out. So have a nice week. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe, to leave a like, to leave a comment, tell me your thoughts, your feelings, and if you want me to talk about something specific, because I always talk about whatever I want, but I never ask you if you want me to talk about something, so if you would like that, let me know. And don't forget to follow me on social media. I have Instagram and TikTok, even though I'm not that serious on those platforms. I post a lot about books, especially because I like reading. We will see each other's next week, and that's it. Bye bye. I don't know if this video came out right, but I hope so. I really hope so. I'm gonna check it out while I order some pizza, and if this didn't came out right, you're not gonna see it. It's just blah 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 blah. It's just as easy as that goes. These ones are already growing out, but I like them, and I like my rings. I like everything. I feel good today. Even though it took me a while to get my bangs done, as usual. But yeah, I'm rambling now. I'm gonna order some pizza and review this footage. Have a great week, Kent. And that's it. Bye. Love ya. Mwah, mwah, mwah.